I think it's a. I believe it's a quality issue, right? I believe it's a quality issue because, in general, we've had this issue for a long time. So we're not just talking about this game in isolation, so to speak. We're talking about this issue overall. We've had this issue for a continuous time, and I've always said, there is no substitute for quality, especially in the final thirds when you're having bad games, and we've seen this throughout history. When you have world-class attackers, they'll bail you out. And I hear your point, Terry, in terms of in regards to confidence and confidence. We've seen even recently with Haaland. Haaland went through, a downturn of confidence and he struggled, right? So confidence is a real thing. However, for me, when you're seeing it over a longer period of time, it's about quality. It's about same with Jesus. We've seen Jesus, for instance, he just doesn't have the minerals in front of gold. He's shown it throughout his time at City. He's shown it at his time as Arsenal. He's not that type of player, right? And I've said it before, the manager, like today, for instance, there's a lot to criticize about the manager overall and the board and the recruitment team. But today, this is all on the players in terms of we've created a certain amount of chances, gilt-edged chances, so to speak, and we fail to convert those. And you can't sit there and facilitate all the blame onto the manager because the chances are there. Havertz missing from 2 yards, missing a penalty, although it was a dive and should never been given. When you're given that opportunity, when you're gifted, right, that opportunity, you have to take advantage of it. And week in, week out, just like the Newcastle game, we've seen that these players do not have the quality to do that. Bar Saka, who has that killer instinct, we don't have that. We don't have the facilities for that. And we're talking about even our midfield today. When you look at our team, Moreno comes in, and let's call Moreno a spade. He's a Poundland Fellaini, right? Let's call him what he is, right? Because he does nothing in midfield. He doesn't control. He doesn't create, right? All he's useful for is aerial duels and getting on the end of things in the box. It's not good enough. And a lot of people are going to sit here and want to, facilitate blame onto the manager. But for me, before we even talk about the manager, we need to talk about the board, right? Because we've seen throughout history, managers make bad signings. Havertz was a horrible signing. I said it from the day he was brought in, it was going to be a horrible signing. But managers are always allowed to spend their way out of those issues. No one stops saying, "Oh, we made one bad signing, we're going to stop." We've seen Pep do it. We've seen Ferguson do it, right? Chelsea do it. If you buy badly, you don't just be like, "All right, you know what? I'm going to stop spending now. I can't spend again," because you're never gonna get out of that situation to begin with. You've got to spend to get out of it. And for us to still be, watching our pockets, for us not to be going into the market is criminal. And for me, as a fan base, I think we need to rally up against the owners before we start, because everything starts from the top, right? I'm sure you guys have had those type of discussions within your own club with, with the Cronky, with
Nathan, you are spot on, mate. Because look, let's just put the Arteta conversation aside, and even if you are Arteta out, you should be more so on the ownership, because they need to give you more money, and they potentially need to get rid of your manager if that's your belief. If you think the manager's good enough, they still need to give you more money. This idea of, he's had 750 million. I get the argument he should be winning more now, but if he isn't, the only option is to give him more money to spend or sack him and give that new manager more money to spend. Spending more money, and even, by the way, if he'd won the league the last 2 years, you still may need to spend more money, because you've got to keep refreshing your squad and your team. I absolutely agree with you. I really, really do. I'm going to come back to something for...
Sorry, can I just say something? I think there's a lot of disconnect in terms of a lot of people want to stick it on the manager. But one thing that we've seen throughout the summer, and this is where I like common sense to be kind of used, right? A lot of people talk about the manager having so much say, but what we've seen throughout the summer is Neto, the goalkeeper that's been brought in. We've also seen Raheem Sterling, who's been brought in. The manager ain't using them, right? So what does that say? Because for me, actions speak louder.
We spent 100 million and sold 100 million. We're literally breaking even, and we made pure profit as well. And
I mean that's a separate point. But what I'm trying to say to you, that to me shows that there's a disconnect between what the manager wants and what's actually been brought in. Right, that's
a very fair. That is a very, very fair point. When
fair play to Man United, you guys won. Congratulations, your goalkeeper was amazing.
In terms of guys,
no, you stay right there. Nah, I'm not having this. Gal, you sit your ass down and stay there, bro. You gotta stay.
You guys ain't leaving. You ain't leaving.
You ain't leaving. Sit your ass down, man.
KG, I told you would win. KG, I told you would win.
No, you did. I'm going to mute you for a second. Yeah, you guys are. You are staying there. You guys aren't running away. You are not running away. You are staying for the show, my friend. I need to do some of these super chats. I don't want to disrespect the viewers, and we are going to speak United. The first super chat, though, I want to throw this to Igal first of all. Robbie has just said after the game on AFTV, their red card messed up our tactics. We played a perfect game. I mean,
what?
Robbie supposedly is blamed.
He needs to get his head checked.
Can you please keep yourself muted?
I think that's a fake comment, because he said maybe we'll still win the FA Cup. So I think he's taking the piss.
No, I think Igal said the other day he might be able to win the FA Cup. That's Igal's comment. But they're saying that Robbie, I mean, Man United's red cards surely didn't help Man United today. Yeah, it's crazy.
You guys played well, though, defensively.
No, I give that. Get Babs on this channel. Coward just tweeted they deserve to win. Does any Arsenal fan on here think you deserve to win today?
We should. No. We didn't take our chances.
You don't take your chances, you don't deserve to win. You know, well done.
Both teams did not deserve to win that game, in my opinion. Both teams were terrible. Both teams.
Shut up, Matt. I'm muting you. What do you mean Man United were terrible? Like you can't judge. This is what you can't do in today's game. You can't judge Man United normally. Up until that red card, you can criticize a red card. Our plan was working perfectly, and I really do believe we'd have gone on to win that game 2 or 3-0 if it stayed 11v11, because our counter attacks were getting. When we played you 4 weeks ago, we had no threat on the counter. We've worked hard in training, and these players are starting to understand what to do. And we were in the first half, we had a few opportunities, and I know we haven't spoken United yet. What Garnacho did for our goal, that's what I've been asking for that young man to do more regularly. Keep it simple, and I think we would have scored more goals. So the same Man United were poor, Matt. I think it's ridiculous. We did well up until our red card, and then the way we defended after that, the way we kept you guys out. And yes, you should have scored some chances, but that's not a bad performance from Man United. I ain't having that. I'm repeating this phrase again. When a team plays bad, it's the players, but if they win, it's the coach. Sick of it is what AMT has got to say here.
AMT, just look at the chances that we missed. Look at 4 of Kai Havertz's chances, Declan Rice's chance, the penalty from Odegaard, the penalty Kai Havertz missed. Like, how are you going to blame Arteta? Like, come on.
Kai Havertz missed 2 big chances, and he missed the penalty in the penalty shootout. Absolutely terrible.
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't think how you can blame the.
Matt, I'm muting you. I do want to hear from you, but the train station is really noisy in my ears, bruv. Can you stand somewhere a little quieter, please? Just because it's real noisy, and the viewers have got earphones that will deafen people, my friend. Sorry. Do you ever worry about using reverse psychology with the football gods, or is it only me? Now, it's never about reverse psychology. It's about certain things in this world you can think and you shouldn't say. And I sometimes feel like giving it the big un, putting out certain energy. I think once you've said it and it's out loud, it's out there. When it's in your head, it's not in the universe. It's the energy. It's the vibrations that come from it. That's my view. It's just my brain. My brain is weird, though. I bet Arsenal fans wish they had Palmer instead of Odegaard today, is what Jaden says here. Evening ago, you said Arsenal have a better attack than Liverpool. You, Mo Salah, only player to get in the Arsenal team. Do you still think that, Igal?
Take Mo Salah out of Liverpool. Let's see how they do.
So the question is, you think your attack's better than Liverpool still?
No, my point was take Mo Salah out of Liverpool. I think both of our attacks are the same. Quite poor players outside of them.
Okay.
I think their attack is way better, man. Look at what's it called doing at the moment on the left hand side, man.
Luis Diaz is performing well right now. Fair play.
Yeah. Gakpo is scoring goals, man. That's the difference.
Some of their guys. One second, guys. Some of their guys are in form, but don't forget this statement was said at the beginning of the season. None of these guys were in form to start the season. They were bad. They're in bad form.
That's because that's so. Hold on, but Igal, when you say to us, why are you blaming the manager? That's what a good manager does to his attackers. He changes. He puts them in a good system, which actually makes them look good. He works on their strengths and tries to hide their weaknesses. That's what a good manager does. But this manager, he's just letting them just go do whatever they want, bro. If the weaknesses show, the weaknesses show. If the good stuff shows, it might show.
You think if Arteta leaves, all of a sudden Kai Havertz, Martinelli are going to be on the best form of their life?
Wow. I think they need a new voice, in my opinion.
Guys, there's a comment.
Let's be honest, man. They're not good enough, boys. We're trying to defend shit, really. Like,
I want to go. Guys, I want to go to this comment here. Sorry. Arteta has said the ref had favoured Manchester United today. Your manager has just said that Man United got the decision.
No way.
According to the
he didn't say that. He didn't say that. He couldn't have.
KJ, can you go and search for that, please? KJ, can you let us know? We're going to come back to some more super chats in a moment, so stay with us. But United fans, KJ, a massive result.